In a quiet village by a meandering river lived a boy named Aaron. He wasn't like the other kids who filled the air with their boisterous laughter and endless stories. Aaron was different. He was the quiet one, the observer. While others chattered away, Aaron found solace in the gentle murmur of the river, learning its secrets. He watched the clouds gather before a storm, noticed the subtle shift of the wind, and understood the silent language of the world around him. His silence wasn't born from emptiness, but from a depth of perception that others, in their noise, often missed. Every day, the villagers would gather to work, their voices a cacophony of plans and opinions as they mended fishing nets, repaired their boats, or tended to the fields. Aaron was always there, a silent helper in the background, passing tools, carrying supplies, and offering a hand wherever it was needed. He moved like a shadow, his contributions often going unnoticed, his presence felt but rarely acknowledged. He was simply Aaron, the boy who didn't say much. But one fateful evening, the sky turned a menacing shade of gray. The clouds, dark and heavy, unleashed a torrential downpour, and the gentle river swelled into a raging beast. Its waters climbed higher and higher, threatening to swallow the entire village. Panic erupted. Shouts and orders flew through the air, a chaotic symphony of fear. Get the sandbags. Secure the boats. Save the bridge. Everyone was talking, but no one was truly listening. In the midst of the mayhem, Aaron stood still on the riverbank, his gaze fixed on the churning water. He wasn't panicking. He was watching. He was understanding. He saw something that everyone else, in their frantic state, had missed. The current wasn't just pushing against the old wooden bridge. It was pulling away from the bank near the ancient willow tree, eroding the earth with a terrifying force. The ground was sinking. He knew, with a chilling certainty, what was about to happen. Taking a deep breath, Aaron finally broke his silence. His voice, though not loud, cut through the noise with an unexpected authority. "The bridge isn't the problem," he stated, his tone calm and firm. "The river is changing its course. It's going to flood the fields behind the hill. Unless we stop it." A sudden hush fell over the crowd. People turned, their eyes wide with surprise. They had never heard Aaron speak with such conviction. He pointed a steady finger towards a narrow, shallow channel that snaked away from the main river, a path usually dry, unless after heavy rains. "If we block the water there," he explained, his voice gaining confidence, "we can redirect the flow and slow it down. It's our only chance." For a moment, there was hesitation. The villagers looked at each other, then at this quiet boy who now held their fate in his hands. But something in his eyes, a quiet certainty, convinced them. They followed his lead. Guided by Aaron's simple, clear instructions, the entire town worked as one. Through the wind and the relentless rain, they labored, hauling heavy logs, piling stones, and building a makeshift dam where Aaron had indicated. They moved with a shared purpose, a silent understanding passing between them. The frantic shouts were replaced by the rhythmic sounds of their work, a testament to their newfound unity. As the first light of dawn broke through the clouds, the rain subsided. A weary silence settled over the village, but this time, it was a silence of relief and wonder. The river had calmed, its fury abated. The bridge, which they had feared lost, stood strong. The fields were safe, untouched by the floodwaters. They had done it. No one cheered or celebrated loudly. There was no need. They simply stood, looking at the diverted water, and then at the boy who had saved them. They looked at Aaron, but they saw him differently now. They saw not just a quiet boy, but a leader, a visionary. Aaron didn't suddenly become the most talkative person in the village. He remained the same quiet, observant person he had always been. But something had fundamentally changed. When he spoke, people listened. They sought his opinion, valued his insights, and respected his quiet wisdom. They had learned that the loudest voice isn't always the one worth following. The story of Aaron teaches us a profound lesson. In a world that often rewards noise and outward confidence, we must not forget the power of quiet observation and deep thought. True strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes, it whispers. Sometimes, the most powerful insights come from those who take the time to listen to the world before they speak. So, the next time you encounter a quiet person, remember Aaron. Don't mistake their silence for a lack of things to say. They might just be seeing the world in a way you can't. And their words, when they choose to share them, might just be the ones that change everything. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that inspires.